Hey Project 5, I hope you guys are doing great. I miss you guys so much. It's been forever since I've seen you. Game night was a blast Thursday night, so man, it was just great to see some of you guys there. Hey, happy May. It is May. What a crazy thing that is. It's a great month, one of my favorite months actually. So, because it's the first week of May, we're going to actually wrap up our series, The Hunt, which we've been talking about all month. We talked about this idea of wisdom. Last week, you heard it from Kyle. He was talking about how you need to spend time with wise people if you want to be wise. And that's an incredible idea. But this week, we're going to talk about spending time with the most important person. So keep your eyes focused on the screen. Enjoy The Hunt, week 4.
Hey everyone, I'm Lawson.
I'm John.
And this is, I think it's the So-and-So Show. John has apparently destroyed our set. John, what's going on?
There's a,
there it is. A cricket?
Yes.
So you destroyed our entire set because you couldn't find a cricket?
Yes.
You do realize that you
May have overreacted. Yes, Lawson. Maybe a little bit, but I don't know what to do.
I do.
You mean a cricket hunting montage with Nerf guns?
Uh-huh. Ah! Oh! Cricket! Ah! Pull. Oh! I got you! I got him! Not a cricket! Not today! Ugh! Well, that was useless.
It was fun. I feel better.
Yeah?
No.
I think it's time to call in some reinforcements. It's time for someone who knows stuff!
Yeah.
Thank you. It is so good to be here.
All right, so who are you and what do you know?
My name is Georgia, and I'm an amateur entomologist specializing in the superfamily Grylodia of the Orthoptera, or what most people call crickets.
Oh!
And what do you do as an entomologist?
Well, I study insects. Did you know that over half of the 2 million species on Earth are insects?
What?
Wow, that's incredible.
Did you say over half of 2 million?
That's right, Lawson.
And you study crickets,
Yes,
and they don't drive you crazy.
not at all. Oh! Gryllus pennsylvanicus, the call of the fall-field cricket. How did that little guy get in here?
That's what I want to know. I can't find them anywhere.
Oh, well, John, you know, to find a cricket, you must first have to think like a cricket.
What does that even mean?
Oh, poor guy. Oh.
What did he say? What's going on?
Well, you know, John, I think to understand someone, you have to see where they're coming from.
I have to see where the cricket is coming from.
Yes. I'm going to need you to put yourself in the cricket's... I'm sorry. I was going to say shoes. Can you imagine a cricket with a little itty-bitty shoes?
Actually, yes, I can.
Yes.
I do. Wow.
Right?
That's so funny.
All my years of entomology have I ever thought of a cricket wearing shoes?
I don't get it.
It's a cricket wearing shoes, John.
Yes. Imagine it.
Yeah,
Lewis.
yeah. I mean, it's not something you see every day, but it's not impossible. I mean, a cricket could wear shoes if the shoes were tiny enough. I just, what were you saying to the cricket?
Well, I was saying that you need to put yourself in the cricket's world. His thoughts, his vision.
Okay. Now that I can do. All right, here we go. Okay. Wow. It's interesting.
You've gotten lost from your home. You're in this very strange place. Super bright lights. There are big statues. And then a giant enters the room.
Jump!
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. John! No place. John! Hey! John!
What?
You okay, buddy?
Yeah. I'm never better. That was really helpful, Georgia.
I thought it would be.
Oh, in fact, listen to this.
Oh.
Hey! You think you can help this guy find his home?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh! Oh! Thank you, Georgia!
Anytime. Well, I better get this little guy back home. You two have a great show.
See you, Georgia.
Oh, yes.
Bye, Georgia.
There you go.
John!
What?
It's Bible story time with Callan.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Not too much. John apparently speaks cricket now.
Really?
Yeah, ridiculous, right? Okay. Can we just please get on with the Bible story?
Oh, yeah, sorry, buddy, I forgot. Yeah, all of us don't speak cricket. What do you got for us today?
Well, our Bible story today isn't so much a story, but it's a couple of verses from the book of Proverbs.
Ah, great. Take it away.
It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. In all your ways, remember him. Then he will make your path smooth and straight." I think the best way to talk about these verses might be to simply tell you guys a story of when I was a kid. Hey, John and Lawson, you know this story. Can you help me out?
Sure, Kellen.
On it.
Great. So let's say this is 6th grade me. I was still super skinny, but not quite as tall. And when I went from 5th grade to 6th grade, it was a pretty big transition. Going to middle school was a little scary. A lot of new people and some new problems for me. One of those problems was a guy named Brett. Let's see Brett. Here's the thing about Brett. This guy was scary. He was bigger than the other kids and he wasn't nice. To put it simply, he was a bully. And I was one of the kids he chose to pick on. So here I am the first day of school.
Oh boy, middle school. Today is going to be a great day.
Hey, Beanpole.
Who, me? Beanpole, haha, that's funny.
Yeah. You found your locker yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, well, I found it for you.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Brett, wow, so funny. I think I made a friend. You gonna let me out of here? Hello? Anyone?
So that was day one, but he didn't let up.
Dooby-doo. Walk to school. Wow!
Oh, sorry, man. You're so skinny, I didn't even see you. I'm a funny guy. I'm funny.
I tried all kinds of things. I tried to avoid Brett. I took a different route to class, but Brett still would find me.
Oh, yes. Rectangular pizza day. My favorite.
Hey, Colin, You know what? You're so skinny. Do your parents not feed you? I'm worried about you. Here, have some of my food.
My pizza!
There you go. You're welcome.
No!
It was tough. I talked to some of my teachers, which helped some, but Brett just didn't care. I was trying to depend on my own understanding, but it wasn't stopping Brett. And then I talked to my mom, and she told me I should pray about it. And do you know what God did when I asked him for help?
He turned Brett into a pillar of salt?
No.
2 she-bears came out of the locker room and ate Brett.
What happened?
No.
Yeah, what happened?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Hey, Kellen, I don't know if that's good for ratings.
But it's true. At least nothing changed at first. Brett was still a bully. He still called me names. My situation didn't change. But you know what did start to change? Me. God changed me. God showed me how to handle conflict, how to find trust and hope in him. It wasn't always easy, but I learned a lot about myself. And the craziest thing happened. I started praying for Brett. God helped me realize that maybe there was some stuff Brett had going on that made him act the way he did.
Did you guys become friends after that?
Well, later in the year, we were put together for a class project. And while we didn't become best friends, I got to find out a little bit about Brett, and we started talking to each other at least. I don't think I ever would have been able to do that if I hadn't prayed to God.
Wow. You know what? That is cool, Kellen. That's really cool. Thanks.
No doubt. See you guys next time.
Later, dude.
You know, I love that.
And I love that too. It's a great reminder that if you need wisdom, ask God for it.
Yeah, and he'll give it to you. But just know his answer can sometimes be very different than what we expect.
Ooh, you know what that makes me think of?
You know I do. Reveal the question.
Why can't you trust yourself to always make the wise choice? John, thoughts?
Because when I make choices on my own, I may destroy our set looking for a cricket like earlier today.
Yeah, I really wish we would have called Georgia in earlier.
Yeah. You know, it's really quiet in here.
Yep. That's it for the So-and-So Show. We'll see you next time. No, don't start this again. Why?
They make their noise when they rub their legs together. Like that.
Okay.
Like that.
Everyone, feet
Like
up.
that. Like that.
Okay.
So then this helps me go.
Am I doing it? I feel like I'm
Try
so close.
it again.
Like
You
a
are close.
chimpanzee, actually.
Yeah.
That's
That's like a elk.
or yeah, a seahawk.
Seahawk.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's one of my favorite mammals.
It-
Well, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed hearing from Kellen, hearing his story about how he was facing a really tough situation with a bully, but how he turned to God and how God really moved in his heart, how he learned wisdom from just talking with God, and that's an incredible thing. But just as they talked about in the video, I would love for us to jump in our Bibles and turn to the book of Proverbs. We're going to be in the 3rd chapter, verses 5 and 6. And here's what it says. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all of your heart, and don't lean on your own understanding. In all of your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight." So really quick, I just want to kind of walk us through some of these ideas really quick. And the first one is to trust in the Lord in everything that you do with all of your heart. Okay, so sometimes it's really tough to trust in the Lord. There's really tough situations, just like right now we're facing a really crazy situation. It'd be kind of hard to trust in God, but we need to recognize that God knows everything and he has got complete control of everything. So when you face tough situations, you need to surrender your anxiety, surrender your fear, surrender your uncertainty, all to him, and trust him with those unique circumstances, with the things you don't really know what to do. And then it says not to lean on your understanding. So if you can, imagine yourself in a forest, okay? There's a lot of trees everywhere. And imagine on one side there's a massive oak tree. It's huge, it's incredible. And then right next to it, there's an itty bitty little sapling, just like really thin, okay? Your understanding and my understanding, we're like that little tiny sapling. We're bendy. We're kind of moving all over the place. So if you take your hand and you try to lean on that little thing, guess what? You're just gonna fall over. You're gonna land in the mud, which is not that fun. Normally there's worms in there and it kind of smells bad. But guess what? God's understanding is like that oak tree. You can put your full weight on that thing and it's not gonna move. You're gonna stand there, you're gonna be firm, you're gonna be solid, and no matter what happens, that thing's not gonna move. That's what God's understanding is like. So when it says don't lean on your understanding, that's what it's talking about. Lean on God's understanding. And then verse 6, it says, and in all of your ways, acknowledge him, and he's gonna make your paths straight. So imagine you're on a path, just a normal path, and as you're walking down the path, there's lots of turns, there's lots of different ways you can go. But this verse is talking about, it says, in every situation, in every time you face a different fork in the road, every time there's a turn or a decision you have to make, turn back to God, look back to him, see what he wants you to do, see which way he wants you to go. Don't just make decisions without him. Acknowledge him, recognize who he is, recognize what he knows, recognize what he wants to do in your life. Understand that he loves you and he's got an incredible plan for you, an incredible purpose for you. So as you walk down this road, turn back to him, acknowledge him, and he's gonna make your paths straight. He's gonna tell you where to go. He's gonna provide for you. He's gonna guide you through life, and he's gonna take care of you. He's gonna protect you. So remember just to acknowledge him, recognize God, turn to him, get to know him, seek his word. No, just get to know him by reading the word, by talking to him in prayer like Kellen did. And then our verse of the month, this is kind of the final thought. The verse of the month, James 1:5, it says, if any of you lacks wisdom, if you don't have any wisdom, just ask God for it, and he's gonna give it to you, because he is a good God who loves you a lot and he wants you to be wise. That's why he gave you the Bible. Guys, if you wanna be wise, you gotta know God, because God invented wisdom. God knows you. He knows what you're going through. He loves you. And so all you got to do is get to know him, and he's going to provide for you. So trust in the Lord. Don't lean on your understanding. In everything you do, acknowledge him, and he is going to make your paths straight. I love you guys so much. I cannot wait to see you again soon. See you later.